Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, we're going to talk about our starting back to school schedule. It's going to look a little different just a little bit later in the year, but I want to talk about our soft start that we're doing for the beginning of this school year. Now, in the past years, I'm always gung-ho, ready to go, ready to start school. Just hit the ground running. We would do all the subjects every single day, starting at day one. And that can be a little hard because coming off of a break can be really hard. And for some people, they just need time to ease into a new structure, a new routine. Now, when I taught school, I practiced that. When I taught kindergarten, we would spend the first 2 weeks just getting them acquainted to the room, to the building, to the supplies, and we really didn't even start actual curriculum till the 3rd week in. But when I came to homeschool, I was like, nope, we can just start. And so every year, that's what we've done. And I've always heard about a slow start, easing into the school year by adding a little bit at a time, but I've never done that. But this year, I decided would be a perfect year to do that. And that came about for a couple of reasons. So if you haven't been here for a while, my mom was diagnosed with cancer in December. And praise the Lord, she's doing very, very well. We actually just got back from a big family vacation to the beach because we were waiting for her first round of chemo to be done. And she felt like going to the beach. And so we went and we had a great time. And we had a rough couple of months between doctor's visits and being worried and just, taking care of her and taking care of all the things. We took a nice long summer break. And so I knew it was going to be hard jumping back into the school year. So that's one of the reasons why we're kind of doing this soft start. The other reason is as I was planning our stuff for next year, if you've watched my curriculum videos, I shared all of our curriculum for this school year. And as I was going through the world history from master books, my son saw me pull out the Middle Ages unit from Gather Round. And he said, oh, I completely forgot that we had that unit because I'd actually purchased this unit a long time ago. And he's like, is there any way we can start the school year with that unit? And see, what I was going to do was just kind of work it into the world history from master books. He actually wanted to start the school year with it. And so as I sat on it for a few days and thought about it, I thought, why not? Because we decided we were going to start school after we went to the beach. The beach was our biggest priority. We were so excited to celebrate. My mom felt like going, felt like eating. She could finally taste food again. And I was like, we're not starting any school until we do that. That's our first priority. And so I knew it was going to be hard jumping back into the school year after a week-long vacation at the beach. Because it's sometimes hard for my son to transition from the weekend. Usually Tuesdays are a little rough because we take a 3-day weekend. And I have to kind of go easy on Tuesdays because he can have an attitude then too. So I was like, okay, we can try this. We can definitely do a soft start. So our schedule for August, and it's going to probably go into September just a little bit because these units are 20 lessons long. So we do 1 lesson a day. If you don't know anything about Gather Round, it's a unit study. It contains all of your subjects except for math. So he's still hitting all the content areas that he would need to have covered. And then I just need to add math to it. So this is our soft start schedule. So if you haven't started back to school yet, or you're thinking of things for next school year, you might want to start thinking about how to ease into the school year. And so if you are going to be doing a lot of subjects, you may start the first week off with just 2 of your subjects. I've seen people do that, and then the next week they add another one in, and the next week they add another one in. There are a million ways to do it, I'm pretty sure. But for us, what we decided to do for our back to school, so this is August and a little bit of September, is we are only doing the Middle Ages unit from Gather Round Homeschool. So I go over the lesson with him. We watch any videos we need to watch. We get out the student notebook. It has 5 pages of work in it that he has to do. He works through those. It includes a writing project. It's a lot of history, a lot of geography. There is some science. Everything's in here. And so for the very first week after we came back from vacation, we did 4 days of just this and a read aloud. And so we are actually reading the story of King Arthur and his knights. This is a very, very simple read. I didn't want to start off the school year with some hard book that he wasn't going to be interested in. So this read is very simple, and he'd always wanted to know the story of King Arthur. He'd never heard it. So this is what we started with. So then the next week, which is the week that you're watching this video, we're still doing, of course, the Middle Ages unit study. We're still reading the story of King Arthur, but we're also adding in A Castle with Many Rooms. This is just another read aloud, and it's really just to add on to the history that we're already learning inside of the Middle Ages unit. This just goes a little bit deeper. This is from Simply Charlotte Mason. I love it, and it pairs so well with the Middle Ages unit. The other thing we're going to add in the second week is this Learn Math Fast geometry. So there are 2 books that go with Learn Math Fast when it comes to geometry. There's like an elementary and then there's a high school. And because he hasn't done geometry in quite a while, we're just going to start with a quick review. It's 21 lessons of this elementary geometry. And then by the time we finish the unit and we finish this, we'll be ready to jump into all that curriculum that I picked out for the school year. So all of his other stuff, his high school level geometry, all of that. So this is all we're doing. We're not adding in his foreign language yet, his electives, none of that's been added in. We're really trying to ease into the school year to not overwhelm us. My mom's maintenance chemo will be starting up soon because she will have to be on chemo for the rest of her life. And so that will start up in September. And so we're just trying to soak in this time of no doctor's appointments, no going here and there. Everything's okay for right this second. So we're just trying to keep it kind of simple and kind of easy for right now. So this is my soft start back to school plan. Let me know how you start off the school year. Do you just hit the ground running and start doing all of your curriculum, or do you ease into the school year? Leave it in the comments because that is sure to help somebody. Come back though, because as soon as we finish this unit, I will share our more typical homeschool schedule that we'll be following for the rest of the school year. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.